following video is not made for kids. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello to my subscribers, this is the TFangy coming to you with my latest Transformers review, and we're going to take a look at a Transformers figure that was one of the more recent ones that I've purchased. The reason why I'm doing this review before most of the other Transformers figures that I picked up in the last 1.5 weeks before getting this figure is because this one technically was released I believe it's either last year or the beginning of this year. Can't quite remember, but it's one that's been out for a while and it took me a long time to get it. So here is the Transformers Shattered Glass version of Autobot Goldbug. Released in the Shattered Glass line, Goldbug is technically one of 5 Autobots that's been released under the Shattered Glass banner. The first 2 were Optimus Prime and Ratchet, who were released in the Generation Selects line during Earthrise in 2020, and then last year in 2021 we got Shattered Glass figures of Blur, Goldbug, and Jetfire. No word yet, exactly as far as I'm aware of, about any future Shattered Glass Transformers figures. I was originally going to pass on Shattered Glass Goldbug, but when I found the Creatures Collide G1 non-Shattered Glass Goldbug figure, I decided to get this one. And so, yes, it's a pretty impressive looking Transformers figure. It's kind of hard to tell, but the Autobot logo is a purple one for the Shattered Glass universe. It has a bit of a metallic flake to it. My camera's not picking it up while it's inside the box, but when I hold it up to the lamp on my bedroom ceiling, it's picking it up there. So here on the front of the box you got a close-up of Goldbug's face. Here's the Shattered Glass logo. Here on the top you got Transformers Shattered Glass. Here on this side you've got an image of Goldbug in his robot mode firing his blaster. You got the same image here on this side of the box. You got the Transformers Generations logo down here. Bottom of the box, you don't have too much. There's the barcode. He's not in a sorted case, so he's being sold on his own. Like all of these Shattered Glass Transformers figures, Goldbug is a Hasbro Pulse exclusive here in the United States. Running here to the back of the box, you've got the robot mode, you've got the vehicle mode, and yes, unlike the recently released Creatures Collide version of Goldbug, which is a repaint of the Netflix Bumblebee figure that transforms into a Volkswagen Beetlebug, Shattered Glass Goldbug is more a repaint with a new head sculpt of Earthrise Cliffjumper, so he transforms into a generic sports car. And it had a lot of Transformers fans wondering if we got a non-Shattered Glass version of Goldbug, if it would be use the Cliffjumper mold, but to everyone's delight, the non-Shattered Glass version of Goldbug uses the Netflix Bumblebee mold. So yeah, it's pretty nice to see here. And he transforms back and forth in 22 steps, just in case I didn't say that already. His one-sentence bio, which is typed in 5 different languages, reads, Goldbug was once a young Cybertronian drifter known as Bumblebee, trying to survive on the streets of Polyhex. After joining the Autobots, Bumblebee worked his way up the ranks and was soon offered an upgraded form and new identity as Autobot Goldbug. So yeah, that is his bio right there, and pretty much that's all there is to say. This is the paint job that Goldbug had in the Transformers Shattered Glass comic books that were published by Fun Publications through BotCon. And for those of you wondering, the Shattered Glass version of Bumblebee is based off of the Bug Bite figure. After Takara Tomy turned Bug Bite into a Transformers character, Hasbro used that figure as a basis design for a Shattered Glass Goldbug. So if you have the Generation Selects Bug Bite figure, all you have to do is put a purple Shattered Glass Autobot logo over the mercenary logo that Generation Selects Bug Bite has, and you got a Shattered Glass Bumblebee figure. But without further delay, let's get him out of the box and take a close look at Shattered Glass Goldbug in his robot mode. Alright, and so here is Shattered Glass Goldbug out of the box and transformed into his robot mode. There's his purple Autobot logo. He's from the universe of Shattered Glass where the Autobots are evil. And yes, as I said a moment ago, he's design-wise, he's a straight-up repaint of Earthrise Cliffjumper with a new head sculpt based off of Goldbug's head design from the Transformers comic books. And yeah, he's done in a nice shade of black plastic. Comes with the exact same weapon that every version of this mold has come with. With the release of the Creatures Collide Goldbug figure, this mold has now been used 8 different times. But from the reviews I've seen, there's no mold degradation being suffered on it, so that's pretty impressive right there. Now that it's out of the box, there is unfortunately one little splash of gold paint here on what becomes the back bumper of the vehicle mode, but I could say that it's an oil stain or a gasoline leak from one of the exhaust pipes sculpted right there, so that's a nice way to brush off having a splotch of paint on a brand new figure. But yeah, I'm really impressed with how evil looking Shattered Glass Goldbug is, especially with the red eyes on his visor. And I really enjoy how the only blue paint he has on him is the barrel of his rifle, his helmet, and of course the solid plastic window from the back of his vehicle mode. Oh, and yes, one thing I like about I've admired about the Shattered Glass version of Goldbug, before I got this figure, I saw photos of the character on Transformers Wikipedia, and unlike Generation 1 Bumblebee, who's mostly yellow, his mostly black paint job makes him look like an actual Bumblebee, so that's pretty nice to see there. So for some size comparisons, here he is next to Shattered Glass Optimus Prime, and hopefully I can hold all 3 of them, with my hand together long enough. And here also is Shattered Glass Ratchet. So these are the only Shattered Glass Autobots I have in my Transformers collection. So yes, it's pretty impressive looking having Goldbug here along with Optimus Prime and Ratchet. The folding tray I usually use to show multiple size comparisons off at the same time. I had to put it away maybe for a while, so I apologize for not having it out here. And just for one last size comparison with another version of the mold here, Shattered Glass Goldbug next to Netflix Bumblebee. Yeah, but yeah, I'm really impressed with how they are, and considering the fact that in the Transformers Generation 1 line, Bumblebee and his upgraded alter ego of Goldbug were different molds. The Shattered Glass version of Goldbug, you could say, has a slightly more of an upgrade than the Creatures Collide version of Goldbug, since that's a straight up repaint of this figure with the head sculpt used here on this figure. But yeah, overall, I love how they did almost like a reverse paint job, kind of, with Bumblebee and Shattered Glass Goldbug's black and yellow parts being swapped, although there's more black here on Shattered Glass Goldbug. And yeah, I just really I'm sorry I'm repeating myself, but now that I have this figure in hand, I do not regret getting it and adding it to my Transformers collection. So if you're familiar with the Earthrise Cliffjumper mold, articulation is nothing new, head's on a ball joint, but right out of the package it's very stiff on my copy, so I'm not even going to mess around with it. You got universal jointed shoulders, so the arms can go forwards and backwards, clockwise and counterclockwise, 360 degrees. Arms can move upward this far of the shoulder. Bicep swivel, but again, fresh out of the box, it's a little stiff. Swivel joints at the wrist, hinge joints at the elbows, waist swivel, universal hips, so the legs can go forward that far, they can go back this far. Legs can do the splits. It's swivel joint in the thigh, hinge joint in the knee, and you have ankle rockers, and you can also move the toes up and down, although these panel sections that make up the back of the heel spur will unclip if you rotate it upwards and downwards too far. It's designed to be stationary to hide these wheels on the robot mode feet. But yeah, I'm really impressed with the Shattered Glass version of Goldbug. So let's get him transformed into his alternate mode, wrap up the review, and I'll share my final thoughts on this figure. Alright, and so here is Shattered Glass Goldbug in his vehicle mode. Again, he's a black repaint with gold highlights of Earthrise Cliffjumper, so black and gold sports car, gold hubcaps, gold intake vent on the engine, gold headlights, gold bumper, gold racing stripe, gold handles on the doors of the car, so that's Nice detailing right there. Again, the purple Autobot logo, same one from Robot Mode. Unpainted, solid plastic back window. And of course, you've got the entire back bumper painted gold, as well as the back hood of the vehicle mode. But overall, I do enjoy how it came out. Here it is with as I try to adjust it really fast. Forgot I had to rotate this part. That was the direction so it wouldn't hit the windshield of the vehicle mode, but here's Shattered Glass Goldbug with his weapon attached. I've seen some Transformers fans and collectors say that they would like to see another rifle or another laser gun come with this mold than the sniper bazooka that came with Earthrise Cliffjumper. But yeah, overall, here he is with his weapon attached. Matched to the top of him. And I apologize for my voice breaking up, but it's late at night when I'm recording this. But yeah, I just really impressed with how Shattered Glass Goldbug came out. I apologize, I won't be bringing out Netflix Bumblebee for a vehicle mode comparison because I'm saving Bumblebee for my review of the Creatures Collide Goldbug figure, which I'm hoping to do tomorrow. I won't be able to do it tonight because it's almost midnight. Actually, it is midnight when I'm recording this, so stay tuned for that review coming soon. But first, as comparison with his fellow evil Shattered Glass Autobots, here's Goldbug next to Shattered Glass Optimus Prime and also Shattered Glass Ratchet. And yeah, it amazes me that both these figures have been marketed and sold as deluxe class-sized figures, even though this one is almost twice the size of this figure, even with the bazooka weapon attached to it. So for my final thoughts, do I recommend getting the Shattered Glass Goldbug figure and adding it to your Transformers collection? I only recommend getting Shattered Glass Goldbug if you like Shattered Glass. If you like Goldbug, Bumblebee's upgraded alter ego, well then by all means get this figure. If you don't have too much emotional attachment to the Shattered Glass as storyline of the Transformers, then this figure might be a pass for you. But yes, overall, I do enjoy having this figure in my collection now. So thank you guys all so much for watching. This has been the TFA and Geek. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, you guys, transform and roll out. Goodbye, everyone.